Yes, I just now trimmed grass with a pair of scissors. These are native grasses in the desert, and they're coming out here because this is a place where rain pools. I wanted the rain to pool here a little bit for the moringa tree, and that's it right there. It's a beautiful tree. See that? Yep, it's coming back. It had a little bit of a shock there. The weather's been weird. Here, I do fresh water or heavily diluted urine. Like urine should be 10 bath water to one part urine. That way you've got some nitrogen, but it's not enough to burn your tree. This right here is a composter that I only use for kitchen water. So the kitchen soapy water feeds this tree, and we keep it covered up so bugs and gnats and stuff won't get in there. And stuff gets in there. I see some blackberries and corn that got in the dishwater, but that's okay. The sink water, and that it gets filtered through the soil. And although soaps get filtered through the soil, but otherwise it's really good water, and so it feeds our tree. So I'm feeding this moringa tree with wastewater. And I worried for a while about this grass that it would choke out the tree. So I don't know if that's what happened. Things got a little crazy. But yeah, I just now trimmed a little spot with my scissors. I was rinsing out my bokashi bucket. And while I was there, I thought, well, there's some dry grass here. Why don't I just collect it to add a little bit of dry matter to my outdoor stage 2 bokashi. That's your bokashi composter right there. I'm rinsing them out. Let's see. Let me go over here. Oh. So I just took the top off this. This is the outdoor. Basically, I'm making soil. Where at first I fermented it. I fermented kitchen scraps in this. So it's an anaerobic process. No oxygen at all. Hello, little ant. You don't want to go in there. All right. Then I take it out here, and it may get a little bit more oxygen. Look, I got a couple of flies landing on it. Normally I don't open it long enough for a fly to get in here. But now it's more like aerobic composting, where you're getting some oxygen, and now you're doing both the green and the brown. And so this dried grass ended up being a resource for my compost. Isn't that really nice? I have some rabbit poo, which I ought to put in here as well. I think I will. And look, I am just filling this up with compost, and that's going to be soil for next year's garden. Oh yeah, I sprinkle this on here. This is a bokashi bran. It helps the fermentation process. And I am going to cover this up right here with plastic, so it has some oxygen, but not much. I also keep it very dry. I don't wet it. Normally you water a compost, but when it's a fermentation, mostly anaerobic. I know it sounds like you can't go in between. You can't have semi, you can't have half fermented, but after your food has fermented for a couple of weeks, then it's okay to put in your compost, and it's broken down so much that it's not going to attract as many insects, and it's going to break down quicker. Well, it thrills me.